But right now, we would love to welcome another special guest to our show. It is quarterback MJ Morris, who just announced his intention to transfer from NC State after his redshirt freshman season. In 2022, he became the first true freshman to start a game for the Pack since Phillip Rivers. As a recruit, he was ranked 24th nationally among all quarterbacks and number 45 in the state of Georgia, where he led Carrollton High School to the state semifinals. Let's head over to Studio A with more from MJ.
Thank you, Grace. Yes, we are thrilled to invite another player who is physically in the portal here on the desk, MJ Morris. It's been a week. It's been a day. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
Fantastic. Happy to have you on.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all for having me.
MJ, now you have an interesting situation, and I think that it's something that fans don't really understand. I think it's something that even some high school recruits don't understand, and you have an opportunity to bring a lot of clarity and maybe some instruction for people. Now, you were 3-1 as a starter. You got inserted in the starting lineup in the Marshall game. You go 3-1. You knock off Clemson and Miami, two teams that are very respectable in the circuit. Then you ask for a red shirt. Why?
So there was a lot of things that went into this decision. I want to say, first of all, this decision was never to enter the portal. The decision was never to think about leaving. The decision was really predetermined before the season even really started. When beginning of the year when they brought Brennan Armstrong in, of course there were thoughts about leaving, people saying, oh, you should get out of there. But I loved NC State so much. I felt comfortable there, the fan base, the coaches, my brothers in the locker room. I really felt really comfortable there, and I didn't want to leave at all because that's where my heart was at. So I go through spring ball. Brennan Armstrong, of course, starts. He's a starter. And then Coach Doran tells me that Brennan Armstrong will be the starter throughout the season. So he says if you do decide to stay, you will get your red shirt year back. You'll get another year eligibility back, since I didn't get it last year since I played in 5 games and ended up getting hurt, had surgery on my knee. So I was okay with that. I said I get another year to sit behind a quarterback who's had a lot of experience in college football. That's only better for me. I get to learn, and especially because watching Devin Leary last year, another quarterback who had a lot of experience, you know, I can only grow and get so much better. So my junior year, I'm ready to take over, get the keys to this facility, get the keys to this program. So that was a decision. I stayed. I was promised I was going to get my redshirt year back, which me and my family were good with. So we went throughout the year. I still, of course, prepared like I was going to be a starter every day. That's just my personality. I'm going to always push myself no matter what circumstance I'm in. And fall camp, I'm still balling out. Of course, I'm with the 2s and the 3s, still developing, still trying to learn the playbook the best I can. Because, of course, we got a new offense coordinator, Coach Robert, and he brought a totally different playbook that I wasn't really used to. So I had to really grind and try to learn that the best I can, asking Brennan Armstrong to help me out. He knows how the players are supposed to work and all that stuff. So just learning behind him, being on his back, learning from Coach and I too. And then so in the season started, I'm not expecting to play. They told me I wasn't going to play unless Brennan Armstrong was physically unavailable. So after Louisville game, I get a call into the office saying that it was Coach Doran and our QB coach, Coach Roper, saying that they wanted me to play. They said the offense needed a spark. They thought it was time for me to go in, and I was a little confused. I thought I wasn't playing unless Brennan Armstrong was hurt, and he wasn't hurt. So, but of course, me not being able to play all year, of course, a kid wants to go on the field and in front of 60,000 fans in Carter Finley. That place gets rocking for real on game day. So, of course, I said play without thinking about red shirt, and so I played Marshall. And then after the Duke game, I really sat down and thought about the red shirt. The red shirt popped back in my mind. I was like, well, it's the middle of the season again. I played middle of the season last year, and this will be the second year where I've only had 2 years lost eligibility for maybe half a season of playing. So I talked to Coach Doran. I talked to Coach Roper and said that we were still interested in taking the red shirt this year and playing 2 more games. So we played Clemson. Then I went to Coach again and said that, you know, only got 1 more game left. I'm still been praying a lot. I still do want to take my redshirt year so I can get an extra year eligibility back in order to continue my development and become the best quarterback I can possibly be to go to the NFL, which is my dream and my goal one day. So, of course, they tried to talk me out of it. They didn't want me to redshirt, but I could see why, because the team, we did get a lot more energy. That spark was there. Everybody was playing a lot faster. but I was just still going to continue with redshirting. And of course, when that got out, a lot of negative stuff started happening. People were kind of I'm not saying they were believing a lie, but kind of believing without hearing my side of the story, why I really wanted to redshirt, which it was never to quit on the team. It was never to, because I still, even though I redshirted, I was on scout team, giving them my 110% every day, giving them the best look possible. Just because I loved NC State that much, I was going to do whatever they asked me to do, no matter what. And then I wasn't allowed to travel to the games anymore, but just because of all the stuff going on, which I understood. So I supported them from home. Still, even though I wish I could have been on the sideline, support them and help them any way possible. But still in practice, I'm still helping my boys on the offense and defense side of the ball. So then after the UNC game, of course, we had a talk. They asked me, they didn't know if I was going to leave or not. I told them, like I said, I still want to be here. This is the place I want to be. This is the place I committed to and said I want to be here for the next 4 or 5 years of my life.
So your intention at that time, after you asked for the red shirt, was not for you to go in the portal. You were going with the intention of coming back. You just wanted the extra year.
Yes, sir.
And then you were going to go back to NC State.
Yes,
so
sir.
what went into you ultimately deciding that you needed to go in the transfer portal?
Yeah, like I was just saying, we had a talk. They didn't know if I was going to transfer or not. Like I said, I still don't want to leave. I want to be here. And then a week later, we had another talk. They called me to the office, and it was mutual. We didn't leave on any bad blood. I still have good relationships with all of them. We left on good terms. They just told me that they wanted to, take different ways, go get a different quarterback, go get a starting quarterback. And I was like, all right, I really do wish y'all the best. Whoever comes in here, I would hope he succeeds here. And he's going to love this place just as much as I loved it. But I knew right there after that conversation that it was just time to explore my options, take my talents elsewhere, and just follow wherever God takes me next.
And Emily, I think that this is important for people to understand the business part of it. Yeah. He obviously went in, he played well, he goes 3-1, but he wants the red shirt. And I've been in the coach's position before, so that can create a level of frustration for coaches as they're trying to get momentum. But he didn't want to leave, and that's where the business side of the game comes in, and I think a lot of people have to understand that part of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when we're looking at players who enter the transfer portal, you're trying to find that why. Okay, maybe he wasn't playing a lot, so he's trying to get some more playing time, or you're doing that kind of math in the quarterback room and saying, well, where do I factor into this? You came in this season, you provided that spark, you have some great stats, you're being named alongside Phillip Rivers for things that haven't been done in NC State in many, many years, probably before you were even born, so it's not a matter of not having success. So what is it that you're looking for in your next stop?
I'm not looking for much. I'm really just looking for a place where I feel at home at, a place where I have a community and environment where I feel like I can thrive at and not just be a football player, but become a better person too, become a better man too. So, and then when it gets to the football side, a place where I can grow and develop. That's really the main piece I'm looking for, a place where I can go and compete. I can show off my skill set, show what I can do, a coach that's gonna push me hard. That's what I thrive in best. I love coaches who push me, who always stay after me, every little thing I do. And then so that they can keep developing me so I can go to the NFL one day, because that is my goal. And wherever that is, that's where I'm going to go.
I think one of the key things that MJ said, and it was very similar to when we had Toriano up here earlier, is that there is no bad blood. Yeah. Coach Doran did an excellent job recruiting him. He played and he made a decision to redshirt, and that was not in Coach Doran's plans. But there was no beef, there's no bad blood. And sometimes, and this is the business part of football, sometimes the business just doesn't mesh and match anymore. And it's okay for the coach to go in another direction. Yep. It's also okay for the player to decide he can go in another direction. It doesn't always have to be an ugly war involved, but we do have to always, as parents, as coaches, as players, be abreast of what's really going on with the business side of it.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to have you on a show like this, to have these candid conversations, because there's hundreds of guys that are entering the portal right now, and they post a statement on Twitter, and then fans react how fans react. So it's good to get kind of that behind the scenes look. So you talk about what you are looking for in that next stop. Who are some potential programs that you have been in contact with?
Yes, I've been in contact with a couple. Of course, the portal just now officially opened today, so this is really the day I've really been able to talk to some different schools. But LSU has reached out, just showing some interest. Baylor, Maryland, and then that's just this morning. So I'm definitely looking forward to taking the next step and hearing from a lot of different schools, and just then from there decide the best place for me next.
You've been in the portal for all of 12, 13 hours. So this
couple
hours. So this process is just beginning. You got 30 days for coaches and programs to contact you. And of course, MJ Morris, we wish you the very best of luck. And thank you so much for being with us today.